Okay, we're ready, Brad.
Sit down right here.
Public meeting to order, and we'll
Sit right
start
here,
off the meeting with a word of prayer. Dear Father in heaven, we thank you for the opportunity we have to come to this council meeting and as representatives of the people. We thank you for the time that each and every one puts into this meeting, and we thank you for the residents that came to the meeting. We just pray that we make wise decisions and that you would guide us in our decisions, Lord, and just bless us all and watch over this town. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, we have a motion to approve the minutes of last month's meeting.
Motion approved. I second.
Motion made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Approved then. Next on the agenda is clerk items. Did you have anything, Janice, that you need to update us on? I know you said something about the software you were.
Yeah, the software, he will be here tomorrow to start that process. And hope that goes
Okay. All right. So now your learning curve starts.
well.
Okay. Okay, good. Next up, Todd, I think you had a couple things. One was about security cameras and also a water bill payment.
Yeah, I'd just like to, I sent you guys all that letter on revising the ordinance on water bills. I don't know if you still have it or you need one. The, last ordinance we had, it states that, there's currently no town policy regarding, failure residence pay. We kind of took our own, action towards it, and I'd just like to get something in writing. What I sent you there, if we can approve that tonight, then I can get with Matt and we can go start moving forward with it.
So what are you exactly proposing?
Just to, select the date. Right now, we use the 25th of the month. It's, I think 10 days after the bills are due. I want to extend that an additional week out to the 2nd of the following month. That would help Janice and myself, because the 25th falls on the same day we read meters, plus she's doing all the billing and everything. So they kind of, it's just a lot all for one day, and they're trying to get around, disconnect waters. As soon as you disconnect them, they're coming in here to pay us. We turn right back around and turn them back on. That way we can kind of separate it, do it separate days. And also, for the ones that are on fixed incomes in town, usually first of the month is when their payment gets there. And they give them an extra week also to pay the bill, not have to struggle with that.
So my understanding is we keep the bills being due the 15th, but then the late penalty would apply after the 2nd.
No, the late penalty will apply after the 15th.
After 15th, yeah, but they would have up until the 2nd.
Up until the 2nd, before the water be shut.
Right.
Yeah.
For the disconnect and
So that would
reconnect.
give them an extra week.
Yeah, give them an extra week, and there's currently nothing on paper stating that is what we do. And I'd like to get it on paper that's how we're gonna do it on this day at certain time. For close for the holiday would be the following business day.
So if it's not paid by the 15th, there's the late fee. If it's not disconnected, they have until the 2nd.
They will have to disconnect them, and then they will charge $45 fee to get reconnected.
Honestly, I agree with that, and I've always felt that that 10-day time is a little short.
Now, all we need to do is just make a motion and pass it and review the ordinance that deals with that, is that?
Yeah, I'll have to draft the.
And we'll give you the papers as well.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Nothing really, well, I mean, you can make a motion to adopt that, but we'll have to pass it on the subsequent meetings.
okay. I'd like to have the board has a motion to adopt this policy, and then we'll follow up with it.
I'll make a motion to adopt it. I'll second.
Okay. Motion made and second, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, you want to hand that to Matt?
I was gonna ask about, we've got a camera system over at the water tower, and it's just an old system. It's outdated. It's just hard to fool with anymore. And I was wondering if we could get a new modern system put over there, like the blink cameras where it'll show you real time. If somebody shows up over there, it's gonna show me right away. I think it'd be beneficial also. We got a Wi-Fi over there. I can put one inside the water room. If I get calls 10, 11 o'clock at night, hey, I don't have no water. So I don't know if it's a personal problem, like at the residence, or if I run, something's happened to my pumps over here. I can set a camera in there to put it on all my meters and, sensors in there, where I can just pull up my phone, look at numbers, see what's going on, say, hey, okay, it's not the tower, we got water in town. Just make things a little bit easier for me over there, and a little bit more secure if we knew who was coming in and out of there throughout the day. And, at nighttime I lock it, but I got a feeling there's a lot of keys floating around. So the Blink system I looked at, I think it was like 180, 190 on Amazon.
And that has like a USB in or whatever they can record if you need to be without paying a monthly fee, I think.
Yeah, I think you can on your phone. If you want it saved to a cloud, then you got to get on a monthly subscription.
But I think you're more or less just worried about a live feed.
Yeah, just live feed.
Did you try the Comcast guy?
Yeah, I couldn't get a hold of any of them, but I did look at them, and they have a monthly bill with theirs. You have to have a subscription with them.
Yeah.
So I didn't go any further with that.
Okay.
It's like, with the Blink cameras, there's no monthly bill on it or anything.
I have the Blink at my
Okay.
house. And, are both would your cameras be inside, outside? One of each?
One would be outside, one would be inside.
The good Blink is the floodlight with the camera on it.
Okay.
I just got 2 of those. And then you can have an indoor one as well. And you can plug in a USB and you don't have to pay the fee. But if you want uploaded to the cloud or like live streaming, you have to, but it's not much.
Right.
I mean, it's like not $10.
Gotcha.
I have the Blink at home as well.
Do
It's
you?
like so much a year.
Yeah,
You pay it yearly.
yeah.
Right.
And I mean, I can pull it up on my phone right now and see
Yeah,
everything that's going on.
Right.
I just got the USB and plugged it in because if I don't have a pay a monthly fee, it's done.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's a good system. I mean, I think.
Yeah, I love it. I got 3 different sets of it. I actually have a set at the shop too.
Mhm.
I get the Arlo's camera, but it's similar to that.
Okay. I don't know much about them. This will be my first
Yeah,
time.
there's so many out there.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, Blink's a good one. I know a lot of people have that would be, and it's fairly simple to operate.
Yeah, it's real easy, like on your phone.
Right.
Easy, yeah.
Well, I think it'd be beneficial. I mean, that's where our water source comes from. The gates are open from 8 to 4 every day, whether I'm at the lagoons mowing or what. That way I can keep an eye on what's going on.
Yeah,
What's
you'll
going
get a
on?
notification that way. Okay.
Look at the floodlight
Mm-hmm.
with the camera on it, and it is motion detector
Right. Okay.
for the outside one. Pretty
Gotcha.
good price.
All right.
Is that it?
I've got a couple more things.
Okay,
tonight.
wait on.
I guess it's the 911 board. Joe might be able to help me out with this a little bit. They're wanting to install an antenna not on top of the water tower, but around the boardwalk. And I believe that's they're going to a new system, and that's what they're gonna run their system. Is this just a repeater they're putting up there, kind of?
Yeah. So the system they have now is an old and not fixable, it's end of life type of stuff. So they're coming in to replace it with another low band UHF type of system. It's called Motorola Turbo Max. And they're requesting permission just to put a 30-inch by 30-inch pad. They'll have Starlink for its own internet, have its own, everything. And this is just for our radios in this area. Will hit that tower and do transmit to the sheriff's department. So they're also asking you guys, there's a Vernon Township site, a Norman site. I think there was 4 sites total that's going to be new to help out with the radio transmissions. So
That would be our communication from here to the dispatch or the jail, or kind of our lifeline out of here. Just wanted to let you know what they was doing there, if you see it. And I've got a contract with them. They're they're 100% responsible for everything over there. They're putting it up. If the in the service ever comes, they're going to take it down. They take care of everything. Won't be nothing on the town.
it'll be professionally installed by Motorola service reps. So it won't be nothing, it's a good system.
Matt, do we need to make a motion on that officially or just, okay. I have a motion to accept the water tower being used for the 911 receptors.
Make a motion. I second.
Motion made and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
I got one more thing, every 5 years, we gotta do a wellhead protection update, and it's just kind of an update of what's, our wellhead protection area, what kind of stuff is around our wellheads, just a kind of, it's just protection for what kind of farmers farming it, where they farming, where they putting in the ground. We gotta do an update on that every year, and this happens to be the year. I was gonna have Commonwealth kind of look into that for us. I mean, it's kind of a big procedure, and we're gonna need an engineer to take care of the project for us. So I don't know if you want to talk to
Yeah,
them
so-
anything on that.
Yeah, so it's a 5-year plan basically, and it's like Todd alluded to, it's basically just an environmental evaluation of the area around your well, make sure it kind of checks for surface water contamination. Obviously, you don't want that for groundwater, spacing from sanitary structures. It's basically it's a re-up. So last one was done in 2020. Before that was 2015. It's just a re-up submission to IDEM that we do all the time, and we can do it if the town wants us to do so. Not doing the last one and not really knowing the ins and outs, I would probably prefer to do it just on an hourly, just cost not to exceed, just to be safe, because I hate to give you guys a number of, like I was thinking $10,000 not to exceed. I hate to give you that number and I not do it hourly and it be $2,500. I just want to be transparent. I don't really know exactly what's going to be entailed for your guys' system, because we got to take the maps that he has as well as get updated maps for DNR, et cetera. Update all that, write a small report. We need flow usage for the last 5 years as well, I think, to confirm that wells are still operating relatively efficiency as well. Show a big dip in well production that's a concern too. So if the board is willing to have Commonwealth do that, I can get a contract, submitted over. But
And it's required by IDM, so
Yes.
they make us do it.
All right, do we have a motion for Commonwealth to do the environmental study on the
Make a motion. I second.
motion made second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, passed. All right. Let's see. The next thing on the agenda is town marshal. I have a statement to read. I, Josh C. LePage, respectfully resigning from my position as Medora Town Marshal. This resignation will take effect on January 12th, 26. I am grateful for the opportunity that was given to me, and it has been a pleasure serving the town of Medora for the past 2 years. Do we have any board discussion on that? I first of all would like to commend Josh for the service the last 2 years and what he did, and I think he did a tremendous job as marshal. He'll be missed, and like I said, I would definitely like to thank him for what he did. And it's a tough job, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and he had a good temperament for it. And I think he made a lot of improvements down here. And sorry to see him go.
I agree. He did a great job, and you would hate to see him leave.
So, do we have a motion to accept the resignation?
Make a motion. I second.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Now,
You want to say no?
That's what I was saying, Dennis.
let's see. Now, that too, we have some, Joe, what you already spoke on, was that what you were here?
It's a little bit different. So this is,
I'm gonna come back to you in just a second.
I'll be here all
If
night.
you would go ahead and tell us what you need, and we'll see what we can do.
My last bill that I got for my water bill was in December. I went back through my records just to verify all of my bill statements that I've received has been paid. And I got a statement in December that was from July till December. And I just need help understanding that. And when I called in, I was told there was no explanation to come to the board meeting. So that is why I'm here. And I have a picture of my last bill. Like I said, I went through all my bank statements or my checks that's been written. Typically, we write checks out here. We paid cash one time, and that was in December.
But that was
Jan?
applied to Trenton,
This
remember?
one, Janice?
But so there was Trenton living there, and I understand if that got from, you know, we paid his bill by accident, but he's responsible for his own bills. If he's taking the court or whatever, that's his own bill, mine is my bill. And I have a feeling I paid this bill once, maybe, I don't know, because I didn't receive a bill in October. So I paid $168.
There has been some.
And then my
issues
bill
with them
this
getting
month
the
is
bill.
221 from July. I just, I just need to understand,
How long
I
have you
understand.
had your house
What
there?
time period is this?
should be 5 years.
So you've only been getting a bill for about the last, I don't know, 9 months maybe, or
No, I've received a bill there since I've moved there.
can you explain that a little bit, Todd, on that? Because
I don't
I
understand.
think the bill you was receiving, they have been receiving a bill since they lived there, but they haven't been receiving a bill off the meter that's on the property. There's a meter on Trenton's property, which is right next door. That's what the bill they were receiving was from. And I
I don't understand it completely.
yeah, that was a mix up, and I kind of inherited it myself. It was done before I started down here. I don't know. I think, did you guys used to live on the property where
We
Trenton?
did,
So
we
that-
did.
so
And then when we
Clint's-
moved,
Yeah,
and then I don't know how that all, I
Right,
don't know how
that's-
that
I'm
happened,
beyond-
but
yeah,
when we moved,
I'm
and
the
then
same as you.
Trenton's not been there for 4 months now.
Right.
And I told Clint, I said, go down there. I said, you need to make sure everything is completely shut off down
Mhm.
there. So I've done that.
So when
I'm just
Clint
really
built the
confused
house
on
and
that.
moved over, I don't think they ever moved his water service over there with him. So,
And that was when?
5 years ago, you said?
About 5 years ago, I've lived there since about 2021.
Yeah. So I don't think they ever transferred in the computer
2021.
saying that Clint moved over, he's got a new address or whatever. And we didn't discover it. I didn't have a clue towards it until, I think when Trent, is that his name, Trent? He moved out, there was a
Yeah.
delinquent water bill. I went to go turn it off and we discovered there was 2 meters there for 2 different properties. So that's what got us looking into it. As far as her bill going on, what's going on right now, not getting ready from July to
To the 29th
the
of
29th,
December.
I don't know, I didn't know it
I don't
was, I didn't know it
understand
wasn't
what it-
reading, I just thought
what I'm
everything was
seeing
good.
on my end is I was making adjustments in the computer for September, I believe, and maybe one in July. And then there was, because I realized they didn't get a bill. But then for October and November, there were no adjustments and no payments.
I have record that I've paid it.
Let me see what you
And
got.
then, I mean, these are the payments that we have made. I don't know what I guess, assuming it was
Yeah.
my house.
September is probably,
Um,
yes, there's that one.
and then there's been a time or two where I've not received a bill and Clint's just came down here and paid it, or
So
one time he
this,
asked the bank lady to pay because we were going out of town, and so he.
so
But
this
it's always paid.
168 is the one that went toward Trenton, because that was the exact amount of Trenton's bill, and it was his stub that I had, so that's who I paid.
Okay, that's, still doesn't explain it to me though.
Is it fixed now? I mean, besides looking
Well,
at the past
I was
bills, is it
unaware-
fixed going forward?
I hope, I was
Assuming that it
unaware of an
is,
issue to
but-
begin with, until now we found out that it wasn't
Like,
reading, I didn't know it
December
wasn't reading.
19th, I came in and made a cash payment, so that would have at least caught us up completely, and then I get this bill from July, from July until December 29th, which I know we paid on December 19th cash, which we never usually
Right.
do.
Which I put the adjustment in there and paid. So
Just-
when it's going back and
I think
reading,
it's
I do
correct.
feel like you owe for a minimum for 1 month.
And possibly, but I just don't understand this.
Why it says from July to now? Because
Isn't
it
it?
hadn't, because it hadn't been reading.
$221.
Because it
But we
hadn't
had
been
been
reading.
receiving, okay, so explain to me this then.
Because I do an adjustment in there and you probably got a handwritten bill, actually.
but explain to me this, if I paid Trenton's, then why is mine still showing from July for one, and then it still doesn't make sense, even if this was Trenton's bill that I paid at $168. I still am not understanding
Is your name on the bill?
from here to here.
It's on that bill, but the bill that I
And I
got
did
in,
receive one bill and it had a handwritten, Trenton was handwritten on it, and I do remember that, so that could be the 168. Okay, so let's just say I missed
so if you pay,
October and November, let's just say, this still don't make sense to me. Even if I did.
Is it just a high bill or?
Well, it says for me, don't show it to you. It just doesn't make sense to me. And if you can explain it, it's not about the money, it's about the principle in my mind.
So what this bill's doing, it's taking a previous, saying the previous reading was 7/24. And then the next time it was read was 12/29. So that's 6 months. It's saying within that 6 month period, the meter wasn't read whatsoever. So it's taking her consumption for 6 months and added that all together, saying her consumption was 65,000 gallons on that. And like I said, I don't know why it wouldn't be reading and then just start reading again now. And
But
That's-
what's she
We were
been
both
paying
getting
if it hadn't been reading?
right, that's what yeah.
because I was doing an adjustment in there and sending her a bill.
I just
So for
don't think it's
the,
correct.
so for the past 5 years, I'm trying to
It may
understand
not
something
be
there. Trent was
correct.
living
I'm not
there, they
saying
were living
no
there
all
on two
of that.
separate
I'm just
properties, and
saying
both
that
of them
there
were
was
getting billed or
2
they
months
weren't.
there
No,
of
just one bill was going to
49.70.
Trenton's
How
property.
about we do this?
They
How about we
won't
clear it off completely and we
wouldn't
start
get
fresh with January and
Wow.
I'll just pay what I owe my January bill without adjustments added
Yes,
on.
I think they
That's
paid
how I
Trenton's bill for them. Thinking it was that, I think everything was an
You
honest
can do it.
mistake. They was getting a bill every month since they moved there, but it was for Trenton's property, but they thought it was
And
their
I did
property.
get 2 bills in at one point. I
So-
was getting 2 separate for a couple months. I was
Mhm.
getting a couple separate bills.
So do you want the money that you paid on Trenton's applied to yours?
I don't care, or if you just wanna start fresh, because I feel like it's all confused
Because that
at
would
this
make more
point. And if
sense.
you wanna just start fresh with a
If that's
fresh bill in January and I'll start
$168.
fresh, cause I know I paid my bills,
What's the total?
you know,
212.
I just think
I
something's
feel like she
wrong.
owes at least 1 month as a minimum, but
I feel like you've messed something up and.
Well,
or
I
something has
think,
been
I think Todd
scattered
hit
in
on a
here.
thing, going back to
Yeah.
the former water superintendent, he wasn't charging the 2 bills is the way I understand it.
Right, I think.
And then when you caught the mistake, then
Mhm.
this is when all this confusion
Yeah,
started.
that's when all the confusion
So
started.
we applied
But what
that
I don't understand why her
$168 that was
bill,
put on
once we got it
Trenton's
figured out, her
to
meter
that
started
bill.
reading.
She'd only
But
owed
then there's
$44.
several months that it
Is
didn't
that
read, and
right?
then all of a sudden it read again.
right,
in
but her
December.
bill is not normally that
Yeah.
high.
I'd
That's,
say just start fresh
How
from
much is it
but
January
normally?
and we
that's
go
giving
fresh
you,
from
that's
there.
just giving you a
It's
December
not.
bill free then.
It is not, because I paid in December
But you,
19th.
you paid Trenton's.
No, I did not.
Trenton should be off route.
No, I didn't.
Trenton should have been off route when we discovered the mistake. He moved out. and we
Tell
took
me
it
I
off
get
I
route.
can move that $168
That's not
to
the
your
point.
account.
It's the point that mine is messed up and I've been paying it. And I feel like you made an adjustment to something that is irrelevant. And it doesn't make sense to the
No, you
adjustment
weren't-
that you made
Okay,
and how it got
you
there.
weren't getting a bill, so in order to show that you owe the 49.70 in there, I have to do an adjustment to your account. Then it shows the 49.70 due each month. Although it was not, an adjustment was not made for October and November,
How come we didn't make an adjustment for October and November?
which it's our fault it's not getting read. I mean, I don't know whose fault, it's probably census. But anyway, it didn't get read.
Sounds like it's a
But-
problem that's need to be fixed for a long time.
Right.
So
So-
we're fixing it.
I say,
If she pays the one that is due here the 15th, will to a normal amount,
And how
not
much
that
is
full
that?
amount. But, and we apply that what she paid on Trenton's to
Yes.
that, she's gonna have an overpayment.
You're gonna have a credit, so.
Yeah. I think you should apply that $168.
But I think you should
To
have to
that
pay
bill.
the one that's going to be due here.
Yeah,
15.
absolutely. I'll pay whatever
That's
bill
why-
is
Not,
due.
but
If
not
you
the
did, if
two,
you-
but not the 212 or
If you
whatever it
take
was.
the Trenton's credit and put it on yours and just pay what bill's coming, then we're back to square one.
Are we?
Well, I mean, that's the best we,
Right, right.
Well, I
right.
mean, if she didn't intend to pay Trenton's bill, then I can,
What month did you say you paid Trenton?
it's a rigmarole, but I'll fix it.
Does anybody live in Worcester?
The 168.
No, and that's not the point of the me paying Trent's bill. It's that I haven't received my bills a couple of times. And then,
Well, let's hope you got one this time. Let's hope it's fixed.
and then when I do get it, it just doesn't read right to me.
So
and I'm-
what do we need to do? Do we need to sit down and write like how much your bill was every month and how much you've paid so far
Or
and
just
do
start
the math?
sending me a correct bill. Just
How
send me a
many's
bill with
in your,
my.
how many's in your family?
Three.
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 So the minimum bill was,
$49.70.
$49.70.
That sounds right. Or $57.81 or.
So that's
that's
what
what
I said.
that's what I had been making adjustments
So she
for.
would owe
I just don't
$44.
want it to continue to happen and
Yeah,
I
not
agree
get
with
my
you.
bills and then
I agree with
then I
you.
get a random number of, well, I just
We're-
made an
we're
adjustment
aware
because,
that-
and when I was on the phone, it was, well, I just made an adjustment because, and I didn't have no rhyme or
Do
reason
we feel like
why.
it's fixed going forward?
Well, I didn't know there was an issue to begin with, is what I'm trying to say. I didn't know her meter hasn't been reading for the
That's
last
why
5 or 6
it's-
months.
There was-
I've got to get,
Had two bills
I
in
just go
6
out and
months.
read it, and I've got to get the information from in here that
Well, yeah, all
there's
started
an
with
issue
the
out
whole
there.
thing of one of you's not getting
But
billed
but
and
in 6 months, I've received 2 different bills on each house in 6 months. That's, when I've paid my bills. So it's just not, it's not the point of the money, it's the principle of how it happened and
I
what.
get what you're saying, but I'm trying to figure out how to fix it going forward.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
she did receive a bill this month, so we need to pay attention next month that it reads and she
Okay,
gets a
so
bill.
that needs to be at the top of our,
Right, find out,
priority
find out what's going on. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what all of a sudden it
Still don't
started,
feel like my
when
bill
they
this month
worked
should be
on the length of the meter. Okay,
No,
we
I don't
had an
think it was- I
issue
don't
with
think it-
the numbers
It
in the
is, that's
meter.
from 6 months.
so what we're
Our
saying,
software
Which is
companies
still,
had to
though,
go in there and fix
bill 3 months ago.
that length of the
You
meter.
know, so
Like
there's-
yours was too long,
right,
Harlan's was too long for what they got it set up for. And when they fixed all that and redid it, all of a sudden theirs starts reading.
so solving the problem as best we can, you take Trenton, what you paid on Trenton's, apply it to her account,
Right.
and
I
then
do that, and then I'll owe for the remainder
This-
for
this-
my,
this month, but you also have a credit to your bill because his was what,
$168.
$168?
Yeah.
Oh.
And they never have a bill. I mean, I don't know that you ever have
So,
a bill
but you'll take
high.
that hundred and
I would
sixty,
never, that's why it caught me off guard.
Mhm.
you gotta quit washing clothes so much.
Right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I'm not
take
trying
too
to
much
get
out.
difficult. I'm
Down
just
to
saying
750
that.
bucks.
I'm not either, I'm just trying to understand.
So we have
Do
work,
you and Trent get a bill every month each?
We were getting separate here I've received a few separate bills, yes. And then,
but there should be just now a bill coming to
Right.
Clint and her,
Should be
just
lined
Trenton
up.
to shut off.
Mm.
yes, yes.
Okay. So would that be acceptable to you that the,
That would be
Let me
fine.
work
That
on
would
it
be
and I'll
fine,
give
and
you a
then we'll
call
just make sure.
and we'll get
it's
it
not
settled.
random
Right.
Being read
right?
6 months worth.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
where I'm
why,
at with
I don't know why the meter did that either. That's-
It's okay.
Mhm.
It's okay,
Yeah,
but I know I've received
Yeah.
a couple different bills
Yeah,
within the
I
6
know.
months, so a couple months I did
Because
receive
I
2
think
bills.
I handwrote them.
Yeah.
Sent 'em out.
There was a couple months I did receive 2 bills.
Two separate bills.
Yes, yes.
So can we just agree to keep an eye on it and make
Mhm.
sure
Yeah,
that
we'll
it
have to watch-
stays
we'll have to watch.
straight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, when you get the bill on the 15th, that's when you're worried about.
And the second you see something's wrong, come in and tell us too, so we can.
Okay,
We can all
so
keep
don't
an eye
worry
on it.
about this one until I get my next one in then.
Right.
Right.
Okay,
I'll work on this tomorrow
okay,
and
okay, just
I'll
let me
give you-
know, or I can come in later this week. If there's a difference of this, I can come in and pay the the remainder of the difference.
Let
That's
me
not
see
a
what we
problem.
come up with once I switch it from Trenton to you.
Yeah,
Okay. Yes, and Trenton does not he does not live there.
Right,
So,
okay.
that will help.
yes, that will help.
He needs to
Thankfully.
pay his bill then.
Yes, heck, get on him. Get after him.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna dismiss myself.
Come
Thank
back
you.
come back if you need to.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. All
Did you get hooked in there?
right. Then, as far as new business,
Get you two or three of them.
it's time
Thank you.
to consider board positions. Do we have any discussion on that?
Yeah.
So, or what you're saying is we're keeping all three positions the same, or one, or what we,
I say let's keep all these on.
okay, do we have a motion to agree to that?
I second.
Motion made and seconded to keep the board positions as the same as they were in 2025.
Which is what?
I was president,
Oh, nice.
vice,
Secretary.
Secretary.
secretary general, we like to call it.
Yeah.
All right.
I know y'all are doing a good
Keep
job.
that.
I did.
Now that we got that, did we make a motion on that?
Yeah.
We did on
Yeah.
that. Motion made,
We're good.
second, and approved. Okay, we're good. Now, Joe, you're up.
Woohoo! So first things first, the fire department's coming along just great. Finishing up some loose end stuff and hopefully be in there by the end of the month. Second thing is Josh applied for the Owen Car grant to finish up repairs to the tornado siren for the 4 amplifiers. You guys, we received that. 1,000 from the Owen Car grant and then an additional 510 from that come from another grant. Community Foundation.
Jackson County.
Yeah, so we did get the total for $1,510, so we should be receiving that. I need a signature to accept the grant there, get that back to them, and then I'll email them tomorrow when I turn that in to release the funds, and then you'll get a check, and that's it. Cover letter. I'll take care of that, and we have the key. Fire department has the key for the tornado siren, so going forward, if any repairs or anything like that is needed, we'll have the key.
So you're gonna be the contact guy?
Yep.
then? Okay, good.
Yep, we'll take care of all that.
He told me I was gonna be, I didn't know how to spell fire for sure.
I'm not a mathematician, so, but we'll figure it out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you can climb the ladder wherever you need to.
Right? Yeah. Other than that, I think that's it as far as the fire department goes. Unless you guys have any questions
Can
or
I ask
anything.
one question?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with Gleaners?
Okay, so Gleaners was a collaboration between the fire department and their 501c3 organization, just for them to bring the food down that they have. My work, Jackson Junior Community Corrections, enabled me to bring people from the work release center every Saturday to donate time to pass the food out. The issue is budget shortfalls with, state of Indiana's budgeting, Indiana Department of Corrections and stuff like that. So basically, I'm not going to have the opportunity to incur overtime to bring them down on a Saturday. I know it doesn't sound like much, 4 or 5 hours a day, but I got to drive to the office, get them, bring them back, take them back. So by the time I get all done, I'm about 7 hours overtime, which is just been cut out. So I offered it to other organizations in town. The problem is manpower. To be honest, it takes a lot. We're passing out, 15 to 17 pallets of food, up to 2,000 pounds of food on every 4th Saturday. It's just a lot for one organization. So we just kind of had to stop it.
How
So
many people did you have doing it?
I usually brought 8 people, and we had a couple of fire department members. So we had generally from 8 to 12 people there helping.
So when it came down, it was already boxed and you just took it off?
Nope.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, because I know
Yep.
the school had to.
Yes, they had the box, right? So what we did, we just set the pallets out like it would be milk and a protein and a
Okay,
canned good, and they would just pull up, put it in the car, and they'd drive off.
okay.
And that we didn't just, it was anybody could have win,
Right.
right? There's no limitations, no address
Right.
limitations. So, you know, and some people didn't like that. They thought, well, this should be Medora residents only. Well, we didn't provide the food. We just provided the manpower.
Mhm.
Gleaner says we can't, you know, do that. So anybody,
Right.
yeah,
Mhm.
so.
That's why I was wondering, 'cause I know the school had a room they kept it in, and they had the kids helping to sort it, and then they pass out the
Yeah.
box with all the different.
And hopefully that'll be discussed more with the United Way meeting tomorrow night, which maybe somebody from the board can be there because there's a lot of good things coming, but we need to get input and we need to get some people on board to help, you know, get ideas for what to
I've
do.
got another meeting tomorrow.
I know,
so
and then
can't come.
Rhonda was working, so we kind of hoping maybe Brad be at the
Where's that
library.
at?
Library at 5 o'clock.
Over here?
Yep.
Okay.
And it's really with our input is how they will shape their services.
Mhm.
What's needed is, you know, a mobile food pantry or you know, it might be Meals on Wheels. Remember them? You know, I've looked at getting that back. Right now they're at Max and Seymour. So there's, you know, other things going on, but yeah, maybe we can have that discussion more. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay, sounds good.
that's kind of where we're at. It's just time to come to an end. And I wish I could have got another organization to take it over,
Mhm.
but just like everybody's hurting for people to volunteer.
Mhm.
So.
I know.
Okay. Thank you.
Where's the next closest one? Brownstown?
Brownstown's the
Last
third Friday.
Third Friday?
Yep. We still have the little food pantry here in front of the fire station, which we'll be moving down to the new fire station. We kept it, I mean, it is jam packed full. I think there's one over by the school, right?
Yeah, there is.
Yep.
Still do,
Yep.
Mhm.
So-
the door's still doing there every third.
Yep. The Christian church is doing one. So it's not like, we're still deemed a food desert just because there's no grocery store and stuff. But I think it's better than it was.
Mhm.
Is it perfect? No,
Mhm.
but it's getting better.
Okay.
Part of the reason why Gleaners is as being more successful in Brownstown is because they're bringing the high schoolers over to help unload them. We don't have that here.
Yeah, they teamed up with, 1 month it was a football team. And then they bring I think a 4-H, one organization comes down every Friday to help them pass out food.
Mhm.
So,
As a community service project. for
Yeah,
kids.
absolutely.
Okay. Board items? Any other things we missed?
The only thing we haven't discussed is update on the property cleaning.
Okay.
We had the letters that went out last time. Do you have any update on those? Yeah,
So I believe, like update, just looking to see what they've done with the
Yeah.
properties. I think I know there were 5 sent out, is that correct?
I mailed 5 and then I sent you the one that you.
the address
We
was,
delivered it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm aware of 5 of them. I know I've been watching those properties. Everybody's made improvement to the property. I don't think they're all the way finished yet, but the improvements they made, they're looking better than some of our other ones around. So I think they're working on it.
I know one of them called my office that had spoken
Yeah,
to
I
you.
called-
Yeah,
Okay.
she got hers fixed.
Yeah. Okay.
Todd, I was gonna tell you that the other day when we took the kids over to the park, he was walking through the alley over there by the trailer court.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was around the last of the next to last trailer.
yes.
We smelled a really
Yes.
bad raw sewage smell.
Right on. So,
I thought you might check it
yeah, I'll
out.
go there and look, see if there's something backed up. And that's this trailer court over here.
Yeah, right.
Okay. Yeah, we'll look at it.
It was bad.
Well, there's one over there, it's the very last trailer in the far back row. I think the landlord
This one's
disconnected
taken
her
care of,
water because she
right?
didn't fix her sewer line. It was all kind of underneath of it. So I don't know if that's what it might have been, but we'll go check it and see.
So these are the 3 that are outstanding. Well, I guess this one's, the one you delivered, it's still outstanding, right? You just hand delivered it.
Yeah, hand deliver it. He's been working on his property quite a bit. Looks a lot better down there.
So this is the last one.
John Staton did call me and tell me she had cleaned up her property, I believe.
Yeah, I think there was a bunch of furniture and stuff, it's all gone.
I'll check those out and follow up on that. Do we have any other items that we missed?
That's all I have.
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion.
A second.
Motion made and seconded, and all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And we are adjourned, and you can close, kill the recording.
You want me out of here?
Brad,
Huh? You out of here?
I don't know.
Yeah, unless you need to.
Trying to button up, put it back on, I'll be out of here.
Right.
we were talking about the property, that's how I was here about.